Now, this brings me to a point you made in the article where you said that you desperately wanted, you were glad, sort of glad that your mother was black, because it's sort of made you get more in touch with the black side. If your mother was white, you probably would have, been more influenced by the white culture, white European culture, and all that. But so even as you were growing up, I remember you saying that race wasn't so much of an issue. But why was there that consciousness of you being glad that your mother was black so that she can teach you the things that are seen to be traditionally black? Why was it important to you?
That comment was made based off of, like, it was a running gag amongst, my peers, black peers, especially mixed people. It's a joke among the community where we tend to say, like, yes, when the mother is the black parent, it's a good thing because then the mixed child out of that interracial union won't be as culturally clueless. And in talking with a close friend of mine, we kind of untangled that and kind of dispelled that ridiculous preconception, because she's mixed as well, but her mother is white and her father is black. And she's just as culturally hip as I am. Like, she knows just as much as I do. And we were initially laughing about this because of how ridiculous it was. And she brought up a very interesting point. And she says, I don't understand why there's this assumption that the white parent in the couple, in an interracial couple, is seen as a cultural blank slate. And that I don't understand why the responsibility lies on the ethnic parent to bring the culture to the table, right? And it was a very interesting comment and remark, and it's true. It's a weird thing we do when we assume that when the black parent is the one, or the ethnic parent is the one to have to bring the culture to the table, but the white parent also has their own cultural heritage to share and to pass down to their children. So that was initially a very bad joke I realized I was partaking in, but personally, I never thought of that, but it was something I internalized from what I saw and what I heard from my peers.
Talk about social conditioning. Now, It almost seems as if right now, black culture in the West is almost matrilineal, or is almost, let me not even say matrilineal, it's based on the racial identity of the black parent. So if you have a black father and a white mother, you're black. If you have a black mother and a white father, you're black. But it's sort of different in a place like Africa, where it's very set, it's patrilineal. If you're of mixed heritage, you take on the ethnic or the racial identity of your father. So if you, for example, if you're African and your father is black, your mother is white, you'll be seen as you're an African because your father is obviously black. If your mother is the black one and your father is the white one, you would still be seen, but you would not be seen with the same level of acceptance as the child whose father is black.
That is very interesting.
Because we'll feel that however white looking you are, as long as your father is black, you're one of us. But if it's your mother that's black, we're like, this is a white kid. So that's that even in terms of ethnicities, people take the ethnicity of their fathers. So you have your mother's tribe, you have your father's tribe, but you have to identify with your father's tribe. That's who you are. That is exactly who you are. And it just seems interesting that it's somewhat flipped in the West.
Yes, but I think part of that flip is due to this double standard we have about interracial relationships. So if a black woman is dating a white man, for example, she gets a pass because, it's okay for her to do it. Whereas if a black man is dating a white woman, he's betraying the race type of thing. And so, the preconception of, or the ridiculous assumption of, if a child is mixed and the mother is black, it's a good thing because the mom stays true to her roots and will pass that down to the child. But if the child is mixed and the father is black, well, the father, being the traitor that he is, will not have passed on his cultural heritage to the child. So that's where I think it stems from.
So it almost seems as if the woman is the route to passing on the cultural tradition in the West. So it's the woman that acculturates the child or the children. So it matters a lot, the race of the mother. So for Black people, just like with Jewish people, where it's almost matrilineal. If your mother is Jewish, then you are Jewish. Yeah. So it seems as if they feel safe that, oh, once the mother is Black, the child is not going to be lost. The Black culture is not going to be lost. The child is going to get those culture. The mother is going to pass it on. Yeah. If it's the other way around, the father might not play so much of the role in in the raising of the child in terms of the culture and all that, and the white mother might have more influence in doing that. So that child might become lost to the culture. Don't you think that's a sort of a logical point, seeing that, well, we want to perpetuate our culture and we know that the woman is the driver of it. So it wouldn't be much of a problem if the woman is Black, but it becomes sort of a problem if the woman is white.